y'all, I'm Brenda with Blessings and Bread. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a basic scone recipe. This recipe I'm going to make it just plain because yesterday I made some peach jam and today I just want a plain scone to eat with my fresh peach jam. So come along with me while I make a basic scone. The best way for me to describe a scone to you would be to explain that a scone is basically a sweet biscuit, but it is a little bit different. It is made with sugar in it. And most of the time, the recipes will call for whipped cream. My recipe today, though, is one that my daughter got while she was in college, and it's the recipe that a coffee shop was using to make their scones. They're in Lubbock, and I don't think that coffee shop's in business anymore, but she was able to get the recipe from someone who had worked there. So this recipe is from a coffee shop, and you can add things to it, but I'm gonna just make it basic today because I have my jam. I don't want any ingredients, but you could add cinnamon or chocolate chips, blueberries, dried fruit, nuts, whatever you would want to add to this recipe. So that's why I'm calling it a basic scone recipe today. All right, I'm gonna get started, and again, to mix my dry ingredients, I'm gonna use my sifter. It's not something you have to do. You can mix them with a wire whisk too, as long as they're mixed really well. But I'm going to start today with 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Next, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of sugar. And the other dry ingredient is 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. A scone would be classified as a quick bread. Oh, my dog's barking. So, excuse the dog barks in the background. All right, so I set that aside, and then now I have my dry ingredients all in my thing. Now that my dry ingredients are mixed well, I'm going to cut in part of my fat. This recipe uses 1/4 cup of butter and 1/4 cup of shortening. And I'm gonna start by cutting in my shortening with a pastry cutter. And I'm gonna kind of cut this in till it's about the texture of coarse cornmeal. I'm gonna do my Crisco first because I'm gonna do my butter in a little bit differently. All right, now that's mixed in. So now I'm gonna do my butter, and I've left my butter in the refrigerator till the very last minute because I wanted it to be really cold, because I'm going to put my butter in by shredding it or grating it into the flour. So I'm gonna get my butter, and then I'll be back and we'll grate the butter into the dry ingredients. I am using Kerrygold Irish butter. The European butters and Irish butter will have greater, lesser content of water. They don't have quite as much water in them, so they're really better for baked goods. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that. This really is pretty soft, even though it's been in the fridge. But I'm just gonna grate this instead of work it in. Of course, my hands are warming it up. May not be able to get it all grated in, but mostly. Get all of that butter out that's stuck to them. That got stuck to my grater. All that out. So I get all of that delicious butter into my scones. And now I'm going to kind of stir that in, but I'm going to also take now and rub it in with my hands. This is a little technique I learned in a little French cooking pastry class I took, is to mix it in just with your fingers. And again, we're kind of looking for the coarse cornmeal. I finish with my pastry blender. But basically, you just want to get all of that fat worked into your flour so that it is about like coarse cornmeal. All right, it's all mixed in. So I'm going to make a little indention or well in the middle of my dry, and I'm going to add my 3/4 cup of milk all at one time. And then I'm just going to stir this till it becomes a dough. The British scone, the scone is actually, I don't know if I said this yet, but it's a British or an Irish baking kind of baked good. It's where it comes from, and it's very common that they serve it when they have tea. I love to drink hot tea too, so I might make me some hot tea to go with these scones when I get, while they're baking. Get some hot tea to go with them. And then, of course, my delicious peach jam. I made a video of my peach jam yesterday, so if you are interested in making your own jam, I'm going to have a video out there fairly soon. In fact, I may put the peach jam up before I put the scones up. So maybe I'll just find that video and watch it. If you're enjoying this video, you might consider subscribing to my channel and become a regular watching my videos. I do videos in my kitchen, on my porch. I do some Bible devotionals, and then in my garden, I have a little backyard garden where I also do videos. So love for you to join me and come along with me on my little YouTube journey. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do it, but as long as I enjoy it. All right, so that dough has come together now, and I'm just going to turn it out. Should have got a little bit of flour, but I'm really not going to roll this out. I'm really just going to, the directions say to form it into 6 flat circles. So I'm going to divide this into thirds. Let me see. Get a knife. Should have had my... So I'm going to try to divide this into thirds and then half. I'm going to divide it in half first. We're going to try to do thirds this way. Try to see if we can get them fairly even. I could get out my scale and be kind of crazy about it, but I won't. So I'm just going to form them into little, just with my hands, into little flat circles. And I'm going to, I put them on my baking sheet. Now I've already lined my baking sheet with parchment paper. So I do want them to be close to the same size because they will bake, that way they'll bake evenly. So I may finish making all these into balls. And then if I have one that's too small, I can adjust. Yeah, that one's pretty little. all about the same size now, so I'm just gonna flatten these out into a little circle. They don't have to be perfect circles. It sounded like it was gonna make a lot when I called for 3 cups of flour, but really this is probably just the right amount. And I feel like if I don't eat all of the scones, I can freeze them. No one's here but me today, so I think the boys would probably eat some if they were here. All right, I think maybe make those a little more round. Round them up a little bit. All right, now the last thing I'm going to do, which this recipe didn't say to do this, but one of my other ones did, is I'm gonna take a little bit of milk and just brush a little milk on top, and this is just gonna help them brown a little better. Now we're going to put these in the oven, and I'm going to bake them for, the instructions say 35 minutes at 325, so I will be back when my scones are out of the oven. I decided, since I had made delicious scones, that I would just come out and have a proper English tea on my back porch. I have my delicious peach jam to go with my scones that I made yesterday. And I made some hot tea. It's kind of hot to be drinking hot tea, but I drink hot tea year round. I learned to love hot tea when I visited my daughter in the Middle East. And the Arabs in the Middle East taught me to enjoy and love hot tea. So now I'm going to give this scone a try. I think I'll try it first with no jam on it. That is very delicious. The texture's great. It's not crumbly. I've had some scone recipes that would turn out kind of crumbly. This one's not crumbly. It's the perfect basic scone recipe, I think. I cooked it for 35 minutes. It's perfect at 325. It's perfectly golden brown on the bottom. And by coating them with the milk, they're just lightly golden brown. Now I'm going to try it with some of my homemade peach jam. And again, I have a video showing how I made my peach jam. My peach jam uses everything but the seed. I use the peelings and all, so it makes it easy when you make that jam. And that video is also on my YouTube channel. So now I'm going to enjoy my scone with my delicious peach jam. The flies are trying to get my food. Well, I brought a napkin. Chew fly. I guess it's hard to have an enjoyable tea in the heat of Texas when the flies are about. But I'm enjoying myself. Delicious tea. Makes me feel just like an Englishman. I hope you've enjoyed this video. These scones, like I said, are amazing. And I know you're going to want to try them. They were super easy. You can whip them up easy for breakfast any morning or for your special tea time. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you the next time I'm on my porch, in my kitchen, or in my garden.